Hi everyone, welcome again to my channel. This video is going to be a second update to my seed sowing activities for the growing season of 2022. So today I'll just be giving you an update of the recent seed sowing that I've done, and I'll also tell you about the seeds that I'm yet to sow and how the seedlings are doing all around. So let's take a look. So we're going to be starting over here where I have the pumpkins. I put them in a couple of days ago, and as you can see in there, there's little to no activity going on right now. But I do have quite a good variety of pumpkins that I'm planning to grow for the new season, and I really look forward to seeing how they develop in the garden. Over here I have my most recent flower seeds that I sowed. I do have the packages and the pictures in the background so that you can actually see what is expected to grow in there. Here in the front row is the corn that I recently put in, and you can see right here over there we have a little sprouting that is going on, and that is sweet corn. Moving down to the lower level, I do have a mixture of flowers and vegetable seeds going on here. Here, this tray, I still have my kohlrabi that is long due reporting, but I'm just going to plant this straight in the garden. And back here I have 4 healthy seedlings of aubergines there, some tomatillos here. Also here I have the green zebra tomato variety that is growing in this row. Here I have the jalapeno peppers, 4 good pieces or 3 that are growing right now. Really happy with that. And then I have the flowers over here, a petunia hybrid. I love this one. I'm really looking forward to seeing it grow in the garden, and that is sprouting really well. You can see how many seedlings I have back there. Over here I have the amaranth growing beautifully, and you can see that I have a few seedlings in there developing quite nicely. I need to pot them up very soon. Back there is where I have the okra that I recently potted up. Here at the front I have a new variety of tomatoes that I just recently sowed. I have some peppers here. These are some snapdragons cuttings. I actually just cut my snapdragons that were growing and put them in here in this milk box with some soil, and also here in that container. Those are from the cuttings of the snapdragons, and they seem to be doing quite great. Moving on to the lower level, I do have some lettuce seedlings growing there. The broccoli over here, I have 3 seedlings. Out of the many seeds that I put in here, I only have 3 seedlings growing. The colorful sweet chard growing there. And here is my rudbeckia, which is still quite tiny. Some of the seedlings are doing better than the others, but it's here, still growing very slowly. So back there are my first sunflower seedlings that I sowed. I'm going to be observing that and adding more sunflowers in the next couple of days. Now at the very lower level, I still have my potatoes back here that I'm planning to plant in a couple of days time. Here down here are all the seeds that I'm yet to sow. I have some zinnias there, more sunflowers over here, and the sweet peas that I'm also going to be adding in more of those. And here are all the vegetable seeds that I'm yet to sow. I hope to be able to do that this weekend. So now moving on to the other side, over to the seedlings that are actually already growing. So here are some of my tomato seedlings that I've brought down here, as well as the first okra seedlings that I still have going. I do have some tomatillo seedlings here. As you can see, quite a few of those. They're also growing really fast, but I'm really excited to share with you that I've been successful trying to get some slips out of sweet potatoes. So I got this sweet potato from a supermarket a couple of weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. I rushed home, put it inside the water, and look what I have now. So I think I'm going to be able to get a few slips out of some sweet potatoes here, and that is something that I'm really excited about. And I've placed another one in the soil there, trying to see if that method is going to be faster or more successful than the other ones. And also in here I have a sweet potato that I've placed in there, hoping to get to see some leaves coming out of it. So we're going to have to wait and see. Most of my okras are growing some tiny little fruits already. Kiki from Urban Girl Gardening and Lifestyle has advised me to cut the fruits off. I've been trying to do that, but it's not easy to take away anything that that grows from those little plants. And over here I have my cayenne peppers seedlings that are going there. I have lots of tomato seedlings. This is like half of my tomatoes. I have more on windowsills upstairs. However, I got a little bit too excited over my new greenhouse. I recently put up my greenhouse and I got quite excited and a little bit too ambitious with my tomatoes. I let them spend one night outside and I actually lost 3 tomato seedlings, including one of my favorites. This is the indigo rose tomato variety, and it's not looking good right now. So if you've ever wondered what happens if you put your tomato seedlings outside too early, this is how they'll look afterwards. So this is not looking good. I don't think it's going to come back. I'm trying to keep them here under the grow light, but I don't think they'll come back to life. All right, now I'm going to go over to the cold room, the storage room that I have outside, in which I've placed my first seedlings, the ones that are already big enough. So in here is our storage room, outdoor storage room, which is not heated, and this is where I have some of my seedlings that are already big enough and don't really need that much warmth anymore. You can see that the snapdragons here are stretching for light, and I have to turn them to make sure that they change their course and get back straight. So I did pinch some of my snapdragons, and you can see like this one right here, that one is not a good example, but this one here, I pinched it and you can see that it's growing side branches, and which are looking really good. So here I have my coleus seedlings, and here I have my marigold. Over here I have my salvia seedlings. More coleus seedlings growing over here, and here this one I need to put it out. Is actually the season for it right now. This is these are the Baileys that I started from seed, and they're looking good already, ready for the garden. So I'm going to probably put them out sometime this weekend. Up there is where I have my 2 amaryllis bulbs that are done blooming. I'm putting them here. I'm going to be planting them outside in the garden as soon as it's warm enough. And here are some cuttings. When I was pruning my hydrangeas in winter, I decided to take a few cuttings and put them here. And now look at this. I think it's sprouting beautifully. And this was winter pruning a couple of weeks back, and I cannot wait to see how those roots down there are doing. So out here on our patio is where I have my dahlias that I'm trying to get to pre-sprout, and I just put them in a couple of days ago. No activity going on yet, but really excited and looking forward to seeing something happen. Some green leaves come up here on these dahlias. So I did move my winter sowing buckets here in the front yard, and as you can see, I'm going to be planting these peas. The peas came out really beautifully, better than the one that I have in the direct sowing method. So the sweet peas came out really beautifully. The poppies are doing quite great. However, the comfrey is just not giving anything. So I think the seeds from that comfrey packet were not viable, which is why we don't have much sprouting going on. So that really is what is going on in the seed sowing and seedling department here in my garden. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in our next one. Bye bye.